Hi digital designers, today it's time to start adding some high quality materials to our rooms. In here you can see I've modeled pretty much everything I want to include in my space. I might add a few more details, but this is pretty much ready to start putting in materials. And normally what we do in Blender when we want to add a material like a basic color or something is we would switch to the materials view right here. You can see my whole room is basically plain white right now. And I would come down here to this red beach ball, hit new, and just assign a color. You know, let's say that I wanted my wood floors to be kind of this yellowish wood color. Now that's fine if you're going for a cartoony style, but I want my room to look as realistic as possible. And so I'm gonna need some photo textures that actually look like wood, metal, plastic, and glass to build this up. So there's a little bit different technique for how we do that. I'm going to delete this material out, and on the bottom of my screen here I'm going to pull this up where normally we would see our animation timeline, and I'm going to switch to Shader Editor. Okay, and Shader Editor is this big empty workspace that allows you to start making materials. Okay, you kind of do it the same way that we just added that wood material. You hit new and it pops up with these things called nodes, right? And the node that we've been using is this BDSF. It just lets us pick colors and change the metallic and the roughness and so on. And it's connected to another node that says take that color and put it on the surface of that object, okay? Now, I'm gonna go get some high quality materials, and to do that we're gonna use a website that I'm gonna share with you guys called Ambient CG, okay? Blender is an open source program, which means that its users like to share the things that they're making so that everybody can use them and make their projects better. And Ambient CG is one of those websites. It's a huge library of materials that we can open up, download, and add to our projects. So you can see that there's almost 2,000 different materials in here. Everything wood, sand, dirt, marble, etc. Okay, so I know for my room, I'm gonna need some wood for the floors, some darker wood for this desk, probably some cardboard for the boxes, and of course metals and things like that for the chairs. So on Ambient CG, I'm gonna come up to the wood category, and I can look through all different types of wood that are available. And I found this one that I wanna use for my flooring. When you click on it, you'll see that this material comes in a variety of sizes from 1K all the way up to 8K. And I want you to notice the difference in file sizes here. 8K are huge, almost 400 megabytes just for that material. That's way bigger than we need for our projects. For everything we're going to do in this class, a 2K image is fine. So you're just going to click on this and you'll see it drop into your downloads bin. Okay. Now I'm going to jump back into Blender. I'm going to come down here into my shader editor, and in order to plug in those materials to this, I'm going to need to add an add-on. The way you do that is you go up to Edit, Preferences, and you click on the Add-ons tab. And add-ons are basically these really cool free add-ons that you can enable in Blender that let you do other things that we haven't been able to do already. The one that we're going to be using is called Node Wrangler. So in the search box, we're going to type NODE. You'll see this Node Wrangler pop up, and you're just going to hit that checkbox, come to this little menu, and save those preferences, okay? Now, with Node Wrangler turned on, what we can do is click on our material, BDSF right here, and I'm going to use a button combination, Control-Shift-T, to go choose that texture that I just downloaded. Okay, so I'll go to my downloads bin. I'm going to scroll down here and I can see Planks was the wood one that I downloaded. It's the 2K file and it's in a zip folder. Okay, so before I use this, I've got to unzip them. Let's go to our file folder. I'll bring this over. I just opened up my file explorer. I'm going to go to my downloads and I'm going to right click that material and extract it. Okay, you just press enter, and what it'll do is it's going to unzip that folder so you can see all the things that are inside. Okay, now I'm going to show you, this is a lot of stuff, right? So let's take a look at what's in here. Every material that you download is going to come with multiple images. some of these images are just the color or the photograph of the wood. Some of them tell it how high the wood should stand up, right? Like, does it have some thickness to it? That's called displacement. Some are going to show you how metallic it should be. And in the case of wood, there's no metallic there. Some of them are going to tell you which direction the surfaces face. That's these normal maps that you see right here. And others are going to tell you how rough the material is and whether or not it collects dirt or dust buildup, okay? This one right here, the circle one, that's just a preview. So we're going to kind of ignore that guy for a minute, okay? So I'm going to close this up. Back in my Node Wrangler, I'm going to go find that folder that I just unzipped. It's called Planks. So let's refresh here. And there it is, Planks. I'm going to select all of the materials that are inside that folder except for that first one that's the preview image, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and hit Make. Now look what happened here, okay? Blender has gone in and plugged in all 6 of those images that we saw in that folder and connected them all to our BDSF, okay? And so instead of using the generic color that I created, the yellowish orange, it's using a combination of all of those photos to create this wood material. Now you're looking at it and you go, that doesn't look like wood material to me. It's really stretched out and kind of strange, right? And that's where all of these come in handy, okay? If we look down at here, there's one called displacement. This is controlling how much the wood stands up. And so I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to turn this scale down slowly until I get a nice smooth wood surface. Okay, I actually turned it all the way down to 0 so that now it looks more like wood planks. Over here, I've got some scale options that I can change. So right now it's at a 1:1:1 scale, but let's try if we go to 2, 2, and 2, you can see the wood fits a little bit better, okay? It actually scales it up and looks more realistic. I'm gonna go ahead and call this material wood planks and save it so it becomes one of the materials I can choose from. And that already is looking really good, okay? I downloaded another one for this desk, so let me show you one more time how we do this, okay? I'm gonna go to my file folder, into my downloads, and the other material I downloaded here is called Wood 66. I'm going to right click and extract it and press enter. Okay, that's going to open up that folder and there's all of the materials inside. Okay, let's close that up. Back in Blender, I'm going to select my desk. I'm going to add a new material. And if I move around here, I can see there's my principled BDSF. Right now it's just white. We're going to click on that and do Control-Shift-T. Okay. We'll go to our downloads folder. There's the wood. We're going to select all the materials that make up that wood, and we're going to press go. Okay. Now it's going to connect all of those images. You can see it looks a little bit funky on my desk right now. The wood is standing up a little bit too much. It's too zoomed in. So now we're going to go in. We're going to find that displacement tab. And let's turn this way down. I'm going to go to really low. Let's put like 0.01. See what that looks like. That gives me a little bit of wood grain there. Okay. And then I'm going to come over to the scale and let's change this. Let's try to start with 2, 2, and 2. That's looking better. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. That gives me like a realistic size wood. If I wanted to go bigger, I could change this to 3, 3, 3. That actually works even better. I think I like that one. So I'm going to leave this in here and let's call this wood desk. Boom. Okay. You can minimize this window when you're not using it so you can see more of your scene, but look at that. I'm already getting lots of realistic materials in my environment. And so now it's just a matter of plugging them in. I got to find all the different materials that I'm going to use. Ambient CG, if I go back, I know I'm going to need some metal. So let's put in metal here. And we can see, yep, there we go. I'm going to use some of this chrome for that chair and have fun plugging in these different pieces, okay? If you need help, call me over and we'll go from there. But have fun adding materials to your scenes, guys.